And now, Freelance Heroism presents Dragon Heist.
Hey everybody, and welcome to Freelance Heroism. My name is Dees.
And I'm Rachel.
And before we even get started, Rachel, I just want to say thank you to everyone out there who donates at our Patreon, in particular those who donate at the producer tier.
Mm-hmm.
Rachel.
Yes.
Let's know who those motherfuckers are.
We want to say thank you to Duncan, Nate, Breakmeister, Rebecca, and Chris Sones. Thank you so much, everyone.
You help us make a better show for everyone. We really appreciate it.
Mm-hmm.
We couldn't do it without you. So thank you.
Thank you.
I want to fight some animals, Rachel, in the intro this morning. Yeah, that's what I want to do. I want to fight some animals. We're going to talk it out.
Okay.
All right. I'll pick 3. You pick 3. What do you think?
Oh, these are animals that we want to fight, and we think
No. I'll pick 3 that you have to fight, and you tell me whether or not you could take them, and then you pick 3 and ask me, and we'll decide whether or not I could take them. Now,
okay.
I want to just clarify before this: my confidence versus animals is way higher than it actually is in real life. Like, my answers are not going to be accurate.
Right.
They're only going to be a representation of what's in my heart. Right? Okay, so do you want to pick first? Or you want me to pick first?
I'll pick first.
Okay.
All right. I'm gonna go with polar bear.
Okay, that's a loss. I think I'm going to take the L on that one. I've seen too many videos of those motherfuckers. They are not only fucking massive.
Mm-hmm.
They kind of blend into the horizon, and my ability to differentiate kind of like snow blindness is sort of something I would be bothered by.
Right.
So they have a natural stealthiness to them, which is crazy for how big they are.
Yeah.
But yeah, so I don't know. I think that's a loss for me, and I'm pretty fucking confident.
They actively hunt human. Like they're one of the few animals that are known to actively hunt human beings.
I'm not worried about that part.
Mm-hmm.
I'm not worried about the hunting because I'm way smarter than a bear. Like any bear, I'm smarter than any bear. I think I'm confident that its ability to hunt me and my ability to not be hunted by a bear are different. Like I will outclass a bear in the thinking portion, right? But when we get to the physical events, they're gonna fuck me up a little bit, I think.
Okay. All right.
I want to clarify though, the gap with which I'm thinking there is between me and a polar bear is closer than you might imagine. My confidence is high. But I think the polar bear ekes it out.
Okay. All right.
I want to say a bull.
A bull.
Yeah, like a big bull.
Dude, is this just like
a wild bull? Not like one of those ones that they like, keep
I have to fight this.
Yeah, could you take it? Could you win a battle with a bull?
Do I get a weapon?
I mean, if you find one.
If I find a stick on the ground?
Yeah.
I'm assuming this bull already wants to hurt me. So
yeah. You guys are in fight mode.
Okay. All right. Then I'm gonna say the bull wins.
You think so?
Yeah, I think so. If I had time to prepare, then I would win.
Oh, this is the old Batman tactic. How many hours of preparation I get?
But if this is just like I walk into a room and a bull's there and the bull's like, we have beef. Then...
yeah, because he's a bull.
By
the way, let's just eliminate prep time as a consideration for these, because what the fuck does that even mean? You just bring a gun and then you win. It's not really prep time. You're here fucking building a fucking lean-to or something. Come on. Well, if I built
I'm gonna say the bull wins.
Okay. I take a bull easy. No problem.
Right.
No problem.
Uh-huh.
Their turning radius is dog shit. I got them. I'll circle strafe the shit out of a bull.
Are you fast? Do you do a lot of like running and turning? as an artist who doesn't leave his house and eats meatball subs all day.
I'm 6'3". My legs are made for this. So I'm not going to say that I'm going to have massive endurance, but I can stand real close to a wall, watch him charge at me, and then sidestep hard. I've fought boss battles in the early stages of every video game. I know how the strategy works. Stand near the pillar, get out of the way at the last second. Then the roof collapses and kills him.
Uh-huh. All right. Well, my second pick for you is gorilla.
Fuck off. Oh, you're picking like intensely insane. I was thinking more mid-rangey animals, but a gorilla.
A gorilla.
Oh, yeah. I think that's another one that might have it.
I'm just trying to humble you.
Yeah, I can
that's
tell.
That's what my goal is here.
I'm trying to think if there's another animal that I couldn't take after these two. These two are pretty top-notch examples. I think a gorilla is probably the hardest animal to fight. Period. Even worse than the polar bear.
They're very strong.
I think it's more about their burstiness.
Yeah.
Right? Like I'm thinking about it from like a PvP point of view. The amount of like they can go from 0 to fucking super up on your ass in like a second.
Yeah.
They are very quick at turning. There's no circle strafe in those motherfuckers. And their hand could grab my chest. So I'm pretty certain that's an auto loss for anyone. I think a gorilla beats the shit out of any human.
Yeah.
Like with no prep time.
Yeah.
Though I guess it sort of depends on the terrain too, right? Because as far as I understand, gorillas can't really swim.
Okay, but I mean, if it swam over to you and just held your head under the water,
I could swim faster than a gorilla.
You sure?
For sure, yeah, for sure, I could swim faster than a gorilla.
Can you swim for longer than a gorilla?
I'm certain. But here's what I'm thinking is that I'm trying to think of a perfect situation in which I could be the gorilla, and my only thing I can think of is swimming out, then getting down to the bottom of the riverbed or lake or whatever, and getting some rocks and just pelting it and just having to win it like that, you know? Having to like evade.
But then it throws the rocks back at you.
It has to catch the rock. I don't think that it can do that.
It doesn't have to catch the rock.
I throw a rock like a knuckleball. You ever seen a knuckleball picture? That's for the baseball fans.
I'm just saying, like, if you're in the river and the gorilla is on like the bank, you throw a rock. Okay, maybe the rock hits the gorilla.
No, we're talking about him chasing me in the water.
Into the water. Oh,
I don't throw the rock if that's the case. Oh, okay. You know what the thing is? I might just really piss him off and then swim him real far out until I'm almost out of energy. And then I'll start swimming back to the shore and he won't make it.
Oh.
So I think in a water-based environment, I might have a shot.
Okay. All right.
But I think in any land-based, I think I'll lose that one.
Okay.
I think I'll lose that one.
All right.
Yeah. I think I also win on a space station. I think if we're on a space station, I would. I think it would be easy to trick him into jettison him out into space.
Okay.
Yeah. All right. So since we're doing it like this, you old bastard. Okay. I'm trying to get crafty here. Part of me wants to say squid or octopus or something like that. It's really kind of like or whatever. But I think I want something. How about a rabid camel?
A rabid camel?
Yeah.
Like get rabies.
Yeah, they have rabies if they bite you.
So even if I won, I would still get rabies.
Well, no. I mean, you just have to not get bit.
Oh.
That's sort of the point, though. Is that it's aggressive. It's a camel that's aggressive. And it has endurance. So you're not going to outpace it. You just got to take it out. You're going to have to be decisive. You have to win this one. Because it'll outlast you if you take too long.
Yeah.
Oh, no.
I think I would have a better chance at winning against a camel than I would a bull.
Yeah. But it's rabid. Keep that in mind.
It is rabid. I might get rabies.
It has the clompiness of a horse, but the stamina of a tortoise.
But they have
and
really
the rabid frothy mouth biting.
But they have
what I imagine
long necks. They have long necks. So my idea is to like get it in like a chokehold, and then just like put my entire body weight into that chokehold.
Oh yeah. Keep in mind their heads can rotate pretty far.
Well, then it has to be like up close.
You think you could take
to
it
their head? Maybe.
Okay. Boy, I'd love to see that fight. That's a pay-per-view for sure.
Uh-huh.
All right.
Okay. Last one.
Uh-huh.
Killer whale.
I'll beat the shit out of a killer whale.
You would not. You would die.
Absolutely.
You would die.
Shit.
You would absolutely die. It would grab you and then it would just dive underwater.
No. I beat the shit out of it. I beat the shit out of an orca. No problem. And I even come up with a cool catchphrase and sell t-shirts of it. Fork, yeah, orca. Orca.
That would not happen.
I'll beat the shit out of a whale. Any whale. Any whale.
Any whale.
I'll beat a whole pod of whales. I don't give a shit. Oh yeah, whale. Fucking get out of here with whale. Get out of here with a whale.
It would grab you by the arm and dive.
I have to be in the water first. Why do we get to its home turf? Look, if I'm in the water with the whale, then it has an advantage, but I don't think it has as much of an advantage as you'd like to think. Also, it has no shot on land. So I'm 50 or better right there. Right? And if we're both falling out of the air, yeah, it's streamlined, but I got like I have an understanding of fucking, aerodynamics and shit. Man, I'm gonna whale on a fucking, like in a free fall situation. Look, I'll beat a whale's ass. I'll find and beat a whale's ass. I'll put my whole arm through its blowhole and grab its kidney. I'll go shoulder deep in that motherfucker, start ripping organs out of the top of it. Just rip a lung out. They don't have lungs. Rip a fucking whole fucking sheet of blubber and just deflate the whole side of that bitch. And its mouth is up on the front. So once I get my arm in that blowhole, it's fucked.
Whales have lungs.
Once my hand, because they breathe air, right?
Yeah.
But once I have my arm in the blowhole,
he's
done. I just get a grip of anything in there, just anything. And then what? He's gonna move his whole mouth around to the back. Can't do that. He's fucking done. I'll just punch him in the dorsal fin so that motherfucker falls asleep. Oh yeah, whale for sure. I got a whale.
Oh, okay.
I don't think I got gorilla. I think rethinking about that one, I think I lose that one. I thought you were gonna say shit like wolf, and I'm like, yeah, I'll beat the shit out of a wolf.
No, because I knew you would say, oh yeah, I could beat a wolf.
I for sure could beat a wolf. I don't even think it would be that hard.
What's my last one?
Okay. Okay. 150,000 ants.
Ants?
Ants.
The ants would win.
Yeah.
I would be overwhelmed.
Yeah, I didn't just pick the big ones. I went tactical. That's a militaristic fucking animal right there. Fuck those guys. You need a flamethrower, and I still don't know that you'd win. Yeah, answer a motherfucker.
Mm-hmm.
Man, you really fucked me up when you're picking all these like fucking gladiator animals.
What's the point?
I thought we were talking about just animals.
I'm just trying to humble you.
I'm not Chuck Liddell. I'm me. I'm not like a trained fighter, but like I'm certain I could take a whale. 100%.
I do not believe you.
I don't care what you believe.
I think we should go to this week's episode. We should go to this week's episode.
What is it called?
Dragon Heist, episode 53, Baby on Board.
That's a good title.
Mm-hmm.
I'll fuck a whale up.
Don't believe
Seriously.
you. I do not believe you.
I don't want to talk about the first two, but a whale I could do.
I
could do it.
sister would not have come into port on her own. Her ship would be most likely down in the dock ward, because that's where she would have come aboard, or come on the shore, rather. And I have to imagine her crew would have been with her. Maybe they know something. I would like to go find them and see what they know, what they've seen, because I can't go down into the sewers empty-handed. That's probably not going to work well. I'd at least like to have some kind of knowledge or tactical advantage over whatever we're about to run into. If it's the Illithid, if it's who knows what at this point. I would much rather have some idea of what we're about to face, or because otherwise just walking down into the sewers, that just seems like a death trap to me.
All right.
Well played.
Do you want us to come with you?
I think that might be best right now, if you don't mind.
Okay.
We're getting food on the way.
That's fine. I'll pick up turkey legs and corn on the cob for all of us. How about that? There's this new exercise craze that's sweeping Waterdeep, and you just have to see to believe.
Oh, God.
It's called cornography.
I read about it in the scrolls of Reddit.
Yes. But yeah, I'll make my way down, and I know my usual network of informants down in the dock ward, so right. I'm going to be asking everyone I know and everyone I see if they have witnessed anything. And if the ship is there and the crew is on it, I'm interrogating the fuck out of them.
All right. So, second page. Yeah, I had no idea which way you guys were going to go. I had the full sewers prepped out, plus this route. Not exactly this route. I didn't actually expect you going back to the ship. But you know what? Touche. Hey, Nate, do you have a name for your sister's ship?
Oh,
Kermit's
damn.
Vengeance.
Kermit's Vengeance. Let's just bring it all full circle.
Wooden Richard. Because then you could be Hickory Dickory Dock.
Hang on, I'm trying to see if I can come up with something good.
Oh, sideways fucking backhand. Fine. You know, like my Hickory Dickory? Fine. Sodom and Gomorrah and Star-Lord.
No. It's called the Jackdaw.
Okay.
What?
The Jackdaw. Jackdaw. It's named after a bird. It's named after a crow, a type of crow.
All right. Cool. All right. Yeah, as you guys reach the docks, you start hitting your contacts up. It doesn't take more than one to find out the Jackdaw's in port.
Okay.
In fact, once they found out it was the Jackdaw in port, most of your contacts have been keeping an eye on it just because it's you.
Right.
So they did say there's a couple of them came back, looked like they were in a fight. A couple of the crew, but that's about it.
Are they back on board the ship?
Last I saw, the crew got back to the ship.
Then that's where I'm headed.
All right. As you reach back to the ship, you see this Goliath sitting there on the draw plank. He just kind of looks at you. You recognize it as your sister's pretty much bodyguard or enforcer on the ship. He's like, Rain.
Earl.
How you doing?
I'll be doing a lot better when you tell me where the hell my sister is and what happened to her.
If the three of them wake up that were with her, I'd know. But Hassan says I can't punch out the three of them when they're still asleep.
Well,
I'll wake them up.
They came back all busted up and bloodied.
And where were you, might I ask?
She said I wouldn't fit in the cart.
That's a very funny response to an honest question.
But a true one.
Yeah.
She said I could scare the people Waterdeep.
All right. I mean, she's not wrong, no offense, but at the same time,
I don't care about Waterdeep's feelings.
Well, half the time, neither do I, but still, she knows better than that. She knows we've had this discussion so many times, and yet she just does not listen. And now she's gotten herself in a hell of a lot of trouble. I pull out the ransom note from my pocket. I got this not 20 minutes ago. Somebody must have jumped her, and
he picks you up and starts walking on the ship. We're waking them up. I don't care what Hansen says. He stops, looks at your friends. Hansen's first mate.
I'm gonna look at the three that are on the ground and be like, bop, motherfucker. Hansen will agree.
Well, no, they're up on the ship. He was on the gangplank on the dock.
Yeah.
So you see him picking up Rain, walking onto the ship.
I am capable of walking myself, but okay. Well,
he sets you down on top of on the top past the gangplank. He looks down. Bodyguards?
All right, fine.
No, he points to your friends.
Not exactly. More like colleagues, friends, sidekicks.
Are they smart like you?
We're way smarter.
They have their own unique sets of skills.
Being right is often.
Do they play goat ball?
I love goat ball.
I don't know if they play
goat ball. He screams really loud.
Can we focus on the task at hand?
Yes.
Thank you.
Hassan! Screaming on the deck. Hassan comes out.
Oh, God, between
poking his ear.
Thunder wave.
Really big guy? Hey, Rain. That didn't take long.
Wow. We have an issue.
Yeah, she's missing.
Yeah, she's not. It's more than just missing. She's been kidnapped. And she's being held ransom for something that I don't have currently in my possession.
He puts down the Goliath. You're staying on deck. Rain can come back. You're staying on deck. He's not ripping the limbs off somebody right now.
My two partners here are coming with. I introduce. This is Adrie.
Hey.
This is Mr. Kaeviir.
Welcome to the Jackdaw. I'm first mate Hansen. He's a human. Stands about 6 feet.
Mm-hmm.
No shirt, pants. The pants are semi-covered in blood. He's like, I had a shirt. I swear. She doesn't let us run around like we're a bunch of pirates. I swear. But
your wardrobe is not what concerns me right now, Mr. Hansen. What concerns me is the whereabouts of my sister and what we're going to do about it. And I need to know who took her and how.
Let's go talk to the three that knew, because right now they're unconscious.
Well, Mr. Kaeviir, I believe this is a job for you, sir.
I'm going to, I guess, start walking in that direction over here.
He takes you guys below deck, and you guys get down to where...
I can stay above deck. I'll keep an eye out.
All right.
Okay. She just wants to flirt with the pirates. on the way down there, I'm going to pat the one shirtless dude and be like, you have aggressive nipples.
Thank you.
Are they the size of Denver?
That's what I meant. That's how I meant that. I meant that was a compliment, clearly. You can't believe he took it. Thank you. I'm like, yeah, okay.
So you guys get down below, and you see a bunch of the hammocks that sway where the crew sleeps. Gets over. You see a bunch of crates locked up. You see a bunch of cannons, or at least what looks like is possibly cannons, hidden under a bunch of tarps and whatnot. Your sister's doubled her cannon stock since last time you've been on boat.
Tempest has been busy, has she not?
Got a rough trade last season ish. There was one dragon turtle incident.
Well, That sounds like a story for another time.
Yeah, well, she pissed off the mage, so we had to buy cannons.
Yeah, she just cannot go anywhere without pissing somebody off.
Must run in the family.
You gotta admit, Tempest. Hassan said. I mean, the captain.
Mm-hmm.
It's over. And he brings you up to the three guys laying down under blankets. You see a gray dwarf, a half orc, and a half elf on the ground.
All right, guys. Stand back. Gonna reach into one of my pouches. I'm gonna bring out some this has been essentially smelling salts. I'm gonna roll them between my fingers. Take a quick kind of to make sure it's active. And then I'm going to take the paste that it creates and I'm going to rub it under their nose one at a time.
Who first?
Describe the three again.
You have a half elf, a half orc, and a gray dwarf.
Half elf first.
All right. He wakes up like, ow, ah. Oh.
He was asleep or was he just meditating?
Passed out.
I'm kidding.
Oh, yeah. So he's you see him immediately wince and go for his side where his ribs are first as he wakes up in pain.
I'm gonna step on the ribs.
God damn it.
I wanted them awake. I didn't want them in pain.
I don't care what you want. We got some questions to ask you. We'll get with it, Rain.
He looks around. We're on the ship. Looks up. Fuck.
Oh, fuck indeed. Where's my sister?
We were taking a car down one of the streets. She said we had to get a troll skull. Then we got jumped.
Did you see by whom?
Looked like 4 regular guys.
So you got jumped by 4 regular guys and got your asses beat, and my sister got killed.
They weren't regular. They did something mentally. It was, I don't know, it was like they reached through our brains and froze us. And they just beat us as we watched and helplessly. It was weird. I didn't see a mage or any magic or anything that I could see. I didn't see anyone casting spells. I just all of a sudden my muscles froze and I just watched myself get beat bloody.
I don't need to wake up the other 2 then.
That sounds like, you know who did it?
Well, not so much a who as it is a what. Mr. Kaeviir, this is getting worse and worse by the minute. Now it would appear that our Mind Flayer friend has himself a whole army.
Well, maybe it's time to consult this book. Maybe there's a way we can stop its reach.
Well, if anybody's going to be good at doing that, it's going to be you.
Really?
From a medical standpoint, perhaps, are you suggesting that you can whip something up?
I don't know. I haven't even read the book yet.
Well, then let's take a look.
All right. I'm going to take my thumb and I'm going to put it underneath the gray dwarf's nose and then step on his leg. And I'm going to toss the book to Rain.
So you're waking up the gray dwarf?
Yeah.
His body wakes up and he kind of just like sits up forward.
I'm going to take my shield. I'm going to push it on his chest, like about where his neck is, like lightly on against his neck. Like I'm going to lean on this momentarily.
He looks up.
Tell me what you know about the flare.
The flare.
I'm going to lean.
He begins, you can almost see him, you do begin to see him lose air and kind of suffocate, but unlike most, you actually don't see him reach up to stop you. He just kind of lets you push the shield on his throat. That is a rude name for him.
Who is it?
The master?
Who's the master?
The master's name is Master. Are you worthy of his name?
Do you want me to perform surgery on you?
It matters not what you do to me, as far as the Master's goal is concerned.
I'm going to toss the shield aside, and I'm going to grab him by his throat, and I'm going to lean in real close to him like, you came for me before. Do you remember?
How close are you to his eyes?
I'm maybe, I don't know, the length of my arm. So
you see the eyes kind of flutter silver to black, and you hear a different voice come out. I know you, Kaeviir.
That's right. We understand each other.
Then you feel the voice in your head. Yes, we do. But I don't think you understand me.
Well, let me make myself clear. We want his sister back now. I'm going to tilt the face over to Rain. And then back to me.
It's simple. Bring the stone.
We're going to. But you need to get her free, or we're not going to bring the stone to anyone.
Then she will die, and I will find someone you will bring the stone for.
I've got some bad news for you, pal.
I have bad news for you, too. You're not the only card in play. I have other forces to get the stone, and they're seeking it. You were just one of many horses I bet on. If they bring the stone before you, she still dies. Kill the dwarf.
Say what?
The dwarf you're choking. He means nothing to me. Just a vessel to make sure you're on the right track.
Well, hey, now that I know where you're at, let's have a little experiment. Should we? What do you think? I'm going to look over. And
Am I there?
I need a bed and some tools. Rain, come with me.
All right.
These two need to be in cuffs.
Mr. Hanson, take him to the brig.
Both the elf and the orc.
Got it. He locks them both. What's wrong with the other one?
He's got an infection.
Is it contagious?
Exceptionally.
How much of my crew is contaminated?
We're not certain yet. Time is a factor, so I need this to be quick. I'm going to yell up to Adrie. Keep an eye on all the soldiers here, or all the ship and crew. If any of them are acting, I just walk up to her and tell them while they prep the guy.
You get up there and find Adrie gone. The guy looks at you. She said she'd be back.
What?
You're looking for Elf Girl?
Elf Girl, yeah. Where'd she go?
She didn't say. She said she'd be back.
Did she leave on her own?
Yes.
Where'd she go?
She started walking that way down the docks.
Rain.
Yeah.
Can you go find Adrie?
Find Adrie. Why? Was she gone?
She took a walk on her own down the docks.
What in the...
I can handle these people here. If I have to, I'll sink this fucking boat.
You do what you need to do. Take the book. I'll be back.
No, I think it's probably better that you keep it.
You think?
Yeah. Well, I need it for the surgery. You know what? Just take it. Just take it anyway. I don't trust the rest of the people on this boat, and having it here means that it can fall into someone else's hands. I trust you to have it.
All right. I will put it in my satchel. And Earl, which way did she go?
He stands up. I walk with you.
That's a good idea. Come with me.
I'm not leaving your side until we find your sister.
Understood. Well, first things first, let's find Miss Adrie.
Elf girls are trouble.
Boy, I agree.
Rude.
That may be
You're not here.
That may be the wisest thing I've ever heard you say, Earl.
That's not canon. You're not here. Man, I only sleep for fucking 4 hours. I meditate. Sorry.
Is she okay? Your elf friend, is she okay in upstairs head? She seemed like she was frantically looking for something.
Oh shit! Did you already leave?
Yeah, I mean, I'm heading down the gangplank. I mean, you can yell to me, I'm sure.
The stone.
What about the stone?
Oh, she just decided all of a sudden to take a walk, right as someone's going to return with the stone.
Well, the stone is with Lady Silverhand, is it not?
And she would hand it to who?
We've got to get to this. We got to go now, Earl. Now.
All right. They're going down the docks. Kaeviir, what is your move before we switch scenes?
I am going to perform surgery on this fucking dwarf.
All right. So
this is exciting. I'm excited. Adrie, you are brain poisoned and you didn't say nothing to nobody.
All right.
I hope I'm being fast company and not totally throwing Nate in a direction that isn't happening. That's the vibe I'm getting.
I mean,
and it's better safe than sorry, I suppose.
Well, I mean, the way I look at it is that we know that she was not by the test that was done. So
the test person could have been a liar, gathering information. We can't trust any of this shit.
Look, my DM happy dance has been going all night.
Kaeviir should be in this game as the other Kaeviir. It would have been much more effective for me to play him because I already don't trust any of you motherfuckers, and it would have made things easier. But this guy is just like a doctor who eats meatball subs for breakfast. He doesn't know anything.
Yeah, he's about to do surgery on a great dwarf's brain.
On a fucking ship that's moving in the ocean.
And he's like, I don't need that chart that shows me where to cut. You take that.
Look, here's my thinking.
I'm just gonna wing this brain surgery.
As a medical profession, Kaeviir has never heard of a successful tadpole extraction with the patient living.
My point is that he's already taken over. He's probably not going to live anyway, right?
Yeah,
pretty much. He's done.
Hey, my point though is that I know that 3 people that are on this crew have already been infected, right?
Well, you know one for sure. You don't know about the other 2 yet.
There's no fucking way that no one else on this boat is infected. That's just crazy talk. I'm already expecting to get attacked. That's, whatever. The thing that I am more concerned about is that if they attack me and they take me down or infect me, having the only means of, understanding what's happening needs to be removed from the threat immediately. Giving it to Nate was a risk. Him getting it means he could be infected. I wouldn't know. Right?
Yeah. But here's the fun part. Y'all are playing off this rule of possibly infected and splitting the party.
Yeah, I know that. But in this instance, it's actually better to split the party than to not, right?
Unless during your brain surgery attempt, the tadpole jumps out of the dwarf brain and goes into your brain, and then we come back and you've been infected.
My point being is that if we're going to be infected, and we already suspect that one of us is, and is we're already in the end game, right? If it fails, right, then it fails, and we're already lost. If we don't get the stone, then they take it back, kills the sister, we already lost.
Right.
So at this point, splitting the party gives us more opportunities to defend ourselves. We're decentralized.
Yeah. No, I'm. This is fine. This is fine.
It's an alternate strategy militarily, but I don't know if putting us all together is a good idea at this particular second. Anyway, let me know.
Wear a mask and social distance, and we'll be fine.
Wash your hands.
Wash your hands.
I'm about to cut this dude's brain out. You let me know when I need to start chopping.
Give me 5 medicine rolls.
All right, I kind of want to do this on D&D. Can we open that?
I've got it open.
D&D Beyond.
Yep.
Wouldn't let me open it first.
I trust the hell out of you guys in your roles. Don't ever think I don't.
But this is such an important thing. I want to make sure everyone.
No, I get it.
So I'm running medicine checks, right?
Yes, 5 medicine checks.
So I got a +6 to my medicine check. So I'm going to roll how many?
5.
Oh, +6 on all of those. So 13, 17, 17, 13, 10. He's dead, Jim.
Okay, yeah, no. The first cut went bad. I mean, blood just sprays out.
Okay, let me. Okay,
they say the first cut is the deepest. So just
Jesus fucking Christ. I want to say this before we start applying rules to things, right?
Yeah.
The first cut's understandably bad. I get it.
Yeah.
I'm not trying to surgically remove his brain and save the materials or anything like that.
Yeah.
I am carving it like a pumpkin, out the side, and then I'm gonna pop it with I'm gonna jam the.
Are you trying to get the
in.
tadpole out alive or dead?
I don't care. I just need the tadpole. If I can get it out alive, that's ideal. But if I can't,
Okay, hold on.
Just having something to examine so I can kind of get the growth cycle would be important.
With the 10, you're not going to get it out alive, but you are able to get it out. It does kill the dwarf pulling it out. But now in your hand, you have this tadpole that, as it died, was cursing you in your mind completely and utterly, saying the foulest things.
Bummer.
It even tried to tempt you into actually bringing it up to your face to let it try to get a new home.
It was like, hey, I got a secret. Hey, I got a secret.
The funny part is
code for Uber Eats, 15% off.
The more it tried to persuade you, you could actually feel the heat on your chains, on your neck, get hot in defiance against it.
Hell yeah. Thank God this thing's panning out.
My
neck chain's working out. That's why rappers wear them.
So,
wouldn't that be great if rappers were actually all of them? Even the worst rappers were actually monster hunters or protecting the world. And so all the weird things like the eye drop tattoo that we think is kind of stupid is actually a protection from a succubus or something like that. And thug life on the belly is actually a fucking protection against fucking a Sarkoth or something, some monstrous beast.
Oh God.
Oh, there's our next D&D game right there.
Right.
Rap crew.
Yeah.
Oh God. All right.
Yo, bro, let me tell you something.
The dwarf is dead. The gray dwarf is beyond dead.
Okay.
But so is now the tadpole in your hand.
Can I roll a perception check as it died?
Yeah.
Okay.
What are you looking for?
I am looking for anybody who's wincing or reacting negatively as I'm pulling this thing out.
You don't see Hansen or anyone else on the current deck wince as it dies.
Okay, so we're good then, I think. I hope.
And we hold here and pan back to Adrie. Going all the way back, rewinding history to her on the deck with the Goliath.
Okay.
Before you start, I'm sorry. Do you ever forget that we're podcasting? And we're like, kind of, when you get real excited into the game, you just totally forget people are going to listen to this. You forget to like even attempt to make it entertaining. Like I'm just like, okay, sorry, go ahead.
All good.
Okay, so I said I was going to wait up on deck, and Kaeviir and Rain go downstairs. I'm going to kind of look around for maybe a minute, and then we'll look at the Goliath and be like, I'll be back in a little bit. And then I'm going to leave. And then I am going to head through the docks to where I know Zord, aka Jalaxel, has parked his ships.
All right. You reach it. You see a deckhand sitting on the gangplank, hand crossbow in hand. Pretty much just kind of just watching people as they go back and forth.
Is there a lot of activity going on the ship?
The ship, you do see crew moving around. It seems like they're preparing
to leave.
Yeah.
Well, I think last time we were on the ship, he had it like it wasn't at.
No, it wasn't in port. It was at sea. Yeah, you got to take a photo. He actually has it in port right now.
Oh, he does?
Mm-hmm.
Can I see him?
You don't see him on the top of the ship, no.
Okay.
The guy on the gangplank does see you and recognize you, though. You see it in his eyes.
Okay. Does he like put a hand up to his ear? Like speaks into like a speaking stone or something?
Mm-mm.
Okay. I mean, if he's already looking at me, then I'm gonna be like, "Hey, is your captain home?"
He kind of looks up on the ship. He has company right now.
He has company?
He has the do not disturb sign, but since it's you, I'll send someone to ask him if he'll see you.
Thank you.
He walks to the gangplank. The next one. You recognize a saloon on top of the gangplank. One of the two that sticks real close to Zord. He's like, you see them whisper real quick, and he looks over. Let her up on the ship. I'll go talk to Zord. He motions you up the gangplank.
Okay. I will head up.
You head up there. It takes about a minute when Slim comes walking out. Zord asks your opinion of current events.
Which event?
He kind of stops for a second. Your friend Cedric.
That's complicated.
That's a fair answer. Turns around, he walks away. He comes back out with Zorn. Zorn is like, my lady, you graced my ship again.
Hey, are you guys getting ready to take the circus somewhere else?
Waterdeep's become too violent this season. I think we'll have to be back next
year.
Yeah.
Well, I'm sorry to hear that.
We'll take a shot at it again next year. The wind's changed in Waterdeep for a time.
Mm-hmm.
It seems that it's going to be a bloodbath. But I'm glad to see you came to say goodbye before we left.
Well, I'm glad I was able to get here before you left. I wanted to kind of talk to you about something, but it's very busy up here.
I would invite you in my quarters, but I have a guest in there, and I'm offering them the same privacy that you're seeking, if that makes sense. I can have them leave the deck if you'd like.
Yeah, if you don't mind.
Saloon. So it's like, all right. He kind of moves his finger around and swirls it in the air, and the crew kind of slowly dissipates, goes below deck. He's like, "What's up? What's wrong? Your friends okay?"
They're fine. What happened to my mother?
Your mother.
Mm-hmm.
Wouldn't your father know?
What did you see?
He kind of stops and looks at you for a second. He looks around. That's Ristlin's ship, about 10 ships over, isn't it?
It is.
Takes the hat off. You see a well-dressed drow in front of you instead of the older human that you've come to know. Well, met for the first time, young Adrie. The real me.
I want to know what you saw. What happened to my mother? Why did I have to wait for my aunt to tell me that the tomb that we have for my mom in the City of the Dead is empty?
Your father's known it's been empty all these years, so why are you angry with me?
Because you were acting like you didn't know.
Because your father's tried to kill me for the last how many years? He still blames me for it.
Are you at fault?
It was my pistol that broke the mirror.
Is that what exploded?
I had no idea what it was. Bullet ricocheted off the dragon's hide, hit some mirror, some magic artifact. No one knew what it was. It was in the Horde. Cult stole it somewhere along the Sword Coast. Left a crater in the mountain. Took off half the dragon. Like, gone, half of them. Seared it, just gone. Probably 10th of the treasure disappeared too. Your mother too. The way the dragon was seared and dead, we thought for sure she was gone too. And when no one could scry her, we just assumed the magic obliterated her.
Where's the mirror now?
Up there on that mountain, shattered.
What did it look like?
Your father has drawings of it. It was gold trim, red rubies around it. Body length tall, I think. I didn't get a good look at it before the bullet hit it. We weren't really looking for a mirror. You got a red dragon you're fighting and blowing fire everywhere as gold slipping under your feet. You don't really have a chance to look at your surroundings all the way.
And nobody's been able to.
Your aunt tried to scry her for years, couldn't find her anywhere. Roared and contacted the lower planes. I don't know how many how much he lost to his warlock patron in promises to go seeking for her. Father damn near sold his soul. The only thing that stopped your father from selling his soul to Asmodeus to find her was your aunt. And then once your father couldn't find her, he became after me constantly.
I would like to insight him to see if his. I know that I know like meta-wise, like trying to insight Jarlaxle is ridiculous, and also my insight sucks anyway, but
sure, go ahead.
I would like to insight him.
I wish I could hear Dees right now.
Oh, nice. That would be a 6.
No, you don't.
Yeah, Jaraxel could be telling you the sky was green and you believe it.
Yeah.
Under the jade skies.
He's like, your father knows I didn't kill her. My bullet may have done the explosion, but he's like, no one could have prepared us for what was there.
You didn't. Did you actually want to help me find her? Bring her back?
Is she there to bring back?
Well, if there's no body and there's no one can find her soul where it should be, then she must be somewhere else.
The problem is I don't know where to look. They paid the best clerics to hunt, to ask the hires, to seek through the celestial realm. They checked her god. It's not there. We really doubt she's in the 9 hells, but no one's truly gone looking through the different 9 levels of hell. We have Riordan's word that his patron has looked and couldn't find her.
Then she's somewhere they haven't looked.
I do wish I knew where. Trust me.
I'm going to just turn around and leave.
All right.
The mirror that we have back at Troll Skull, is it gold trim with rubies?
That one isn't. But the original one in Ravenloft was. Zord puts his hat back on and retakes the image, or Jaraxel takes the hat back on and retakes the image of Zord.
I'll call back to him. Have a good trip. And then we're just gonna keep going.
He waves, even though she doesn't see it. Goes back in. Cloaked figure comes out standing next to him. They walk back in. About that point, Nate, as Rain is walking down with the Goliath, you see Adrie walking towards you.
Where in the hell did you go?
I had to do something.
Do what? With everything going on around here, the last thing you need to be doing is walking around by yourself, especially not letting anybody know where you're headed.
I was coming right back.
Well, look. Half the crew
I thought you two were going to be down in the ship for a while.
Well, Kaeviir wanted your help with whatever it is he's about to try and do. He's about to crack open one of the heads of one of the 3 people that was supposed to be guarding my sister.
I can't live with that.
I love that this is what happened. You were gone for fucking 10 minutes. And they're like, he's going to cut open a dude's brain on a boat.
He wanted you to help him out. And of course, you weren't there.
It's coming right back.
Look, right now, it's going to be very difficult for us to trust one another with everything that's going on. Half the crew back on the ship has been infected by that damn thing down there in the sewers. Scott and my sister.
Are they going to quarantine the ship?
Well, I had Mr. Hansen put 2 of them, the other 2 in the brig, but I have no idea what Mr. Kaeviir is actually about to attempt, assuming he hasn't already attempted it. I don't know if anyone else is, and to be perfectly honest with you, I'm not even sure that how much we can trust each other. You're going to have to tell me the truth. Where did you go?
I went to go see Dralaxel. Zord. He was with my mom the day that she died, and he's told me more about what happened than my dad has.
All right. I can understand why that would be important to you. Just next time you're going to go off, don't go off by yourself. At least not until we get a handle on whatever the hell it is that's going on around here. Because at this point, I have no idea who has been compromised and who I can trust. And to be honest, you need to question me as well.
The Goliath leans over, pats in the back. I trust you.
Thank you, Earl. That means the world to me.
He hugs you.
Let's go back and let's see what Mr. Kaeviir is up to and make sure he's still okay. Just
all right.
Any strange behavior, anything out of the ordinary, we have to communicate with one another. And that includes going off by ourselves. If you're going to go do something, at least we need to know what we're doing at all times. That's the only way we're going to be able to keep things straight. I don't want to see anything happen to you. I don't want to see anything happen to Mr. Kaeviir. And I certainly don't want anything to happen to me.
That's what I'm here for.
I didn't realize that it was like that down there. They're getting ready to leave. And
okay, I get it. Your mother is important to you. And under any other circumstances, I'm not going to fault you for doing what you're doing. I'm just asking you to think next time before you make a rash decision like that. All right?
It's not rash to take a walk.
To take a walk without letting anyone know where you're going when there's a brain-sucking mind flayer down who could be taking you at any moment.
I am 118 years old. I can take a walk.
Elias trying to count on his fingers.
You may be 118, but you're acting like you're 61 right now, and I suggest you think about it. Listen to your grandfather when I tell you that I'm doing this for your own good. All right, Earl.
You're never going to get with one of them pirate men, not while you're living under my roof. My roof with an anchor in it. Look at my roof is what I'm saying.
But we need to get back to the boat because I can only... Mm-hmm. We need to get back to the boat.
All right. Let's go.
The Goliath pulls out his goat ball. Want to play goat ball? Things are simple or goat ball.
There'll be time for goat ball later. I promise.
The goat is like, please just let me leave.
See, now we have to. Now it's like Quidditch. We have to come up with an entire rule set for goat ball. In fact,
there is.
Next time we play.
I was about to say that sounds like a Patreon thing. Oh, there is. Okay.
Yeah.
Oh yes, yeah. It's in
Icewind Dale.
Icewind Dale covers it.
Okay.
There's a whole thing in 3.5 and Races of the Mountain.
Oh, geez.
The hell just fell and hit me?
It was a goat ball. They travel in packs. Be careful.
Don't ever ask me to try to roll out an actual Goliath's name with like the 8 or 9 syllables that you have to roll for it. Mm-hmm. It is brutal in 3-5.
Well, I mean, Earl, we call him Earl for short.
Yeah. So you guys get back there. While you guys are gone, Kaeviir, you have cracked one skull already. You have your tadpole. What are you going to do next?
Okay. What are you going to do next? I'm going to put the dead tadpole in a little like micro vial, like a little tiny one, right?
It's about the size of your palm.
Okay, well then one that'll just like a potion bottle. How's that?
Okay, that works.
Right. So I can kind of slap it against the sides, like if I shake it. All right. I'm going to have the guys that were in the room with me grab one of the other prisoners. Actually, they're both together, right?
Yeah.
I'm just going to pack up all the tools. I'm going to go to them. I'm going to drop the tools on the floor. I'm going to point to them, and I'm going to pick up the jar, and I'm going to hold it right in front of their face and shake it. Do they react?
Sorry, I was sneezing. I don't think you guys want to hear that through the mic. The half-orc reacts. The half-elf just kind of looks at you weird.
You know what this is?
Half-elf's like, no. Half-orcs, his eyes glaze over silver. Again, with the games.
Hold him down. I want to roll some more dice, D-Walk.
That's fine. Let's give us 5 more medical rolls as the shipmates hold him down.
Okay. The first roll is a 15 plus 6, so 21. Second roll is a 15. Next roll is a 12.
Come on.
15.
All right.
And then a 10. I can't get over the 10 at the end. I'm getting better at this though.
Yes, you are.
The second time should be lower DCs because I've grown accustomed to the leech removal process.
I'm just thinking that you're like, I got it, and then it squeezes out of your hand and falls through a knot hole in the floor.
Fuck. Eaten by a squid. God damn that squid.
You have it alive, but it's damaged.
Okay. Then I'm going to put it in the same jar with the other one, or the same size jar as the other one.
Okay. So you have both of them in the jar. One of them's actually still alive, and every now and then you hear a sputter in your head.
I'm going to take both jars. My hands are like literally doused in blood. It's all over my armor. I'm going to kick open the door to where their holding cell was, and I'm going to walk out onto the bridge, and I'm going to hold the live worm in front of me, and I'm going to point it at the people on the deck while I have my spear in my other hand.
Okay.
I'm looking for reactions.
Well,
I'm certain they're going to react when I do it, but I'm talking about,
you get a kind of surprise reaction when you kick the door and you're coming out with a spear and holding this jar, and they're kind of looking at you weird, but you're not seeing any of the wincing that you would see from a that you're expecting to see when if someone was infected.
Right.
By that point, they've made their way back, and you guys see him kick open the thing, come out hands bloody, full of brain juice and all the other good shit, and something weird crawling in a vial, and him shaking his spear.
What are you?
They thought I was fucking crazy.
What are you doing?
This was in one of their brains.
All you hear from Earl, I take it back, elf girl not crazy, human crazy.
Damn right, I'm crazy. Crazy like a fox.
I could have told you that.
All right. Settle down, Mr. Kaeviir. What?
You all hear a small voice in your heads. Friend.
Not a friend.
Oh boy.
No.
Friend.
I'm gonna put it right close to my face, like maybe a foot away, and I'm gonna be like, I've got you, you son of a bitch.
Don't put that near your face.
Yeah, I would strongly advise against that.
It kind of keeps trying to poke at the glass towards your face. Friend.
What is it with you and putting stuff in jars?
What do you want me to carry around in my fucking knapsack, you old fuck?
What are you doing with it?
I had to remove it.
Shaking it.
Can it tell you anything?
Oh, yeah. And you know what else? We finally got some fucking leverage. I'm getting pretty good at this.
You have a slug in a jar.
It's a brain slug. It's a mind flayer baby.
Okay.
Friend.
I'm going to walk over to Kaeviir and lower my voice. I'm going to say, Rain said half of the ship is infected. Should we be here?
We're looking for them. They don't like it when you hang out their little friends in front of them. And I'm going to hold it up in front of your face.
I'm immediately step away. I'm like, I don't want that.
I could have sworn.
I think she's fine, Mr. Kaeviir. I know where she went. We can discuss that later. Right now, to the matter at your hands. What are you going to do with that?
I'm going to keep it.
Where are you
Friend to keep?
Keeping that?
It's going to be on me at all times, and I'm going to keep an eye
Friend
on
in
it. And
you.
I'm going to. It's talking to me right now. Hold on. Shut up. I'm going to look at you guys and be like, book. Give me the book.
This book.
The one that has all the stuff about the worm babies in there. Come on. You can hold it if you want. I just need to read it.
Okay, I think I'm fine with that. What page shall I turn it to?
I don't know. Just give me the book.
I opened the book to the table of contents and I shove it at him.
I'm looking around at the crew to see if anyone is reacting weird to this, since Rain told me half of this crew is infected with these things.
I'm going to the bottle top is already corked, and I'm gonna have it kind of secured.
I've got like my hand on my crossbow. Like I haven't drawn it, but I've just got my hand resting on it.
I'm gonna hold it up to Rain's face.
Yeah, you keep that son of a bitch away from me.
Perfect.
The hell is wrong with you?
I need you guys to check the other people on this vessel. I've already checked these guys back here.
What exactly am I looking for?
I fucking love you guys.
Do they have a stamp on their head that says insert brain slug here? Or what am I exactly?
They don't like seeing it'd be like watching a monster wave a baby around in front of you. It'd make you uncomfortable, make you nervous. So far, I
don't really give a shit about babies, but okay, I understand your analogy. So you want me to take this thing in a jar and wave it in front of people and see if they react?
Yeah.
Great.
Just do that for a minute. I got to do some research here.
Fine, here, you read. I'll go shake the baby.
You read? I'll go shake the baby.
Ringtone.
I want that to be a fucking t-shirt too. Oh man, maybe one day they'll make a customizable card game about this game, and I'll read "You Go Shake the Baby."
I want that to be a Hearthstone card so bad.
All right, I want to look specifically for what type of familial or kind of method of connectivity they use to communicate. Since I'm assuming the big head up guy isn't right here, that means long range psychokinetic or psychopathic telepathic communication, right?
Mm-hmm.
So that means that there's some tangible filament that connects point A to point B, right? Like
they are
electricity
bound.
has to travel down a wire. Fucking magic travels through the weave. What are they using? They're using magic?
Technically a form of it. It's psionics. Rain, you begin to hear the voice in your head now. Friend?
Oh, you can just fuck off, you little shit in a jar. I'm walking around with this thing
Friend
held
one
out
inside.
arm's length. Friend can kiss my ass is what you can do. I walk
Friend
up
can
to
crawl up your ass.
Hey.
Ow.
Worth it. Look at the face. Look at the face he's making.
Wow, we got a Nate
Allen and Rachel facepalm
all in the same run.
I was taking a drink.
I'm gonna be paralyzed by the end of this game.
Okay, so is anyone reacting to his?
So I take the jar. I walk up to First Mate Hanson and I go, ooh, like this. What does he do when I do that?
He just kind of looks at you weird, like. Your sister always said you were special.
Oh, fine. You're there's nothing wrong with you. Move on to the next one.
Actually, everyone on this boat has been cool with me chopping the brains of their people up. So there's at least a little wrong with everybody.
Well, the problem is you just told them there's an infection or something in the crew's brain. Their captain got taken from 3 of the crew members after they got jumped.
Yeah,
they don't really know what the hell to do right now.
Fair enough. I'm the new captain. I'm the captain now. Look at me. Right? Never mind.
I got it.
Yeah.
I just walk up to various crew members as I come across them, and I just shake this thing up like a fucking bottle of root beer.
Friend is dizzy.
Fuck you. Am I getting any visceral reactions out of people as I do this, or does everyone just think I've lost my fucking mind?
Everyone kind of thinks you lost your fucking mind, and your little friend is thinking like, what the hell did I do wrong in this relationship?
You exist. That's the problem. I will report back to Mr. Kaeviir. All right, I shook the shit out of this thing in front of everybody, and everybody now thinks I'm nuts. So if that was your intent, congratulations, mission accomplished.
Hey, I got a dead one too. I'm gonna pull out another jar.
Oh God, you got.
Of course, this one's dead.
Friend has a friend.
Friend don't have a friend. Not anymore. I'm gonna take the live one, and I'm gonna hand you the dead one. They react to the dead one the same.
Okay, I guess I'm gonna go ahead and do this a second time then, although I don't quite understand the point.
No. Don't. You don't have to do it again. I'm just saying that this way, when we meet someone, we can just, give them the old flashlight.
I see what you're saying. We can double up our efforts because we have 2 slugs in a jar.
And I trust myself for a particular reason with the live one more than handing it off to you guys.
And what would that reason be?
It's a nondescript thing.
All right. I'm going to have the same talk with you that I just had with Miss Adrie. With everything that's going on right now, the last thing we need is secrets and hiding shit from one another, because look, you either trust me implicitly or you don't.
I don't.
Well, that's a shame.
We'll get there. It's early on.
I'm
going to be like,
did anyone else hear the bromance just shatter?
This is the gesture I'll show you, and I'll take the leather like neck piece, and I'll pull it back, and there's chains all up and down my shoulder, up over across my neck, like tattooed brand chains around all over me.
Not literal chains.
No.
I'm just making sure. I mean, you're always covered.
No question mark. No.
Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I do I know what that would be just by looking at it, other than just he's showing off jewelry / art.
Now without a heavy religious check.
Oh, well, God, I am just full of that old time religion. Let me tell you something. I don't know shit from fuck.
Holy shit, that's low.
Yeah. I don't know shit from fuck.
Wow.
All right.
You could have read it in a hymn book somewhere in a Catholic church.
Oh. Well,
we can talk more about it later, but that gives me some modicum of protection.
All right. I don't understand it, but I trust you.
I'm glad.
Where the hell am I supposed to put this jar now?
You just hold on to it. Tie it around your belt, whatever. It's not going anywhere.
How big of a jar are we talking about? I was thinking like it's like fucking candy jar size thing. Is it?
It's like half a thermos.
Okay. So it's not as big as I thought it was. Okay.
Yeah.
All right. Fair enough. I'll find a place for it. It's dead, but I'm going to take that cork and I'm going to jam it in the top of that thing as far as I can, just to be on the safe side.
All right. I need to get cleaned up, I bet. Walking around like this is probably going to be unnerving.
Friend needs cleaned. Friend should be clean.
I know you're not supposed to name it, but I really want to name it.
You what? No.
If you name me, you love me.
You know the damn rules. If you name it, you grow attached to it. And I think of all the pets you could possibly have, Mr. Kaeviir, this is one you do not want to be attached to.
All right. But if I were going to name him something, it would have been Spicy Edgar.
I'm going to tell you what. Here's something you can trust. If I get any sense of shenanigans going on with that little slug thing you got there, I'm taking it out of the jar and I'm stepping on that fuck.
Think of it like this. They took your sister, we took its kid. Now we're even. Let's get that stone.
Fine, let's go get the stone.
All right, and you guys head back to Troll Skull.
Thanks for listening to Freelance Heroism Plays Dragon Heist. If you would like to support us, please check out our Patreon. We're at patreon.com/freelance_heroism. We have different things there. Character journals, art, bloopers, stuff like that.
Our cast includes me as Dr. Kaeviir the Raven, Rachel as Adrie the Highborn Artificer, Nate as Rain Trichet, Dockside Officiant, and of course, D-Walk as Dr. Midnight, and everybody else in the game. Thanks for listening to Freelance Heroism Plays Dragon Heist. And we don't invoice in this group. We'll be back next week with more episodes, so stay tuned. Guess what I had for breakfast?
Pizza.
No, but you're
cheeseburgers.
Close. No, but you're in the ballpark.
Lasagna.
I had 6 pieces of fried chicken and macaroni and cheese. And it was great. I had some hush puppies with it too, and it was super good. Breakfast of champions.